Hey friends, what's up? Welcome to another video. So I'm filming with a new ring light, so this should be pretty bright. You should be able to see me very well. So today's video is going to be about the super sought out Morphe 350 palette. And I just want to talk about this palette a little bit because I myself am trying to figure out the hype. Now this palette is gorgeous. It's very, very pretty. And I did use it on my lids today. And that's why I don't have my glasses on yet. So I'm going to go ahead and throw those on. And I will film a tutorial with the 350 palette so you guys can kind of just see how the shadows go on, how they blend, how they wear. Like I said, the palette is gorgeous. It's just, I have some other palettes that have a lot of the similar shades in there, and I don't see anything very unique about the colors. Yes, it is very fall-like, warm tone. You know, you get your browns, the oranges are beautiful, and then you get some like nice metallic shimmery shades. Although they do wear very good on the eyelid, I have to give them credit for that. When I was swatching them, I just didn't get it. Like, for instance, okay, I'm going to swatch over here where the oranges are, and I'm just going to show you. They are very pigmented on the finger, like that. Now I'm going to swatch them on my hand. I just didn't feel like they showed up on my skin that well. Do you see what I'm saying there? Can you guys see that? Compared to my fingers. So I did have to really build them up to get the type of color and pigmentation that I wanted on the eyelid. So for that, I'm a little bit disappointed in some of the matte shades in here, because I have a ton of Morphe palettes, and in the other palettes, the matte shades didn't really let me down the way I feel like these ones did. Now, I'm going to swatch some shimmer shades here. And you can just see just how gorgeous and how pigmented they are. These shimmer shades are absolutely gorgeous. And I'm not saying that the matte shades aren't. I just wish they showed up on me this good. Look at how these shimmers just pop. Like, you just can't miss it. So I am going to keep working with the palette and just kind of getting a feel for it. I'm glad to have it in my collection, and I'm glad that I have it. I was able to get my hands on it finally for review, because this palette is so popular that it's always going out of stock. I mean, like, literally the minute it gets in there, it sells out very quickly. So if you did get your hands on this palette, let me know what you guys think in the description box about it. Do you think that the palette is worth the hype, or do you feel like there are some Morphe palettes that just aren't getting enough attention? I plan to do a video on that, because I do have another palette that I feel like is not very talked about through Morphe, but it is very, very good and should be talked about a lot. And like I said, I will do a tutorial using this palette so you guys can kind of get a feel of how the shadows apply and how you have to work with them and how well they blend out. This palette, I believe, retails for $22.99, which is not a bad price. Obviously, you guys know Morphe is very affordable. So that is it for this video. I just kind of wanted to talk about the palette a little bit. I am excited to have it in my use now, and I am excited to get some wear out of it and just, you know, work with it and kind of get more of a feel for it so I can have more of an opinion, I suppose, for you guys. But I'm kind of, you know, 50-50 with the palette. But that's it, guys. If you're not subscribed to my channel, please make sure that you are. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up if you want to see a tutorial on this palette, or if you would like me to swatch all 35 shades of this palette. Please leave that down in the comment box down below. Don't forget to follow me on Snapchat, Instagram, and Twitter. I do check them regularly. I do try to snap all day if I'm not super, super busy. And don't forget to put a smile on your face. It is the best makeup you can wear. I love you guys, and I'll see you next video. Take care. Bye. tutorial with the Morphe 350 palette. Sorry guys, I'm trying to figure out my little ring light. It died, the battery died. Okay, so I hope you guys can see me pretty good because all I have is my window lighting. But anyways, I just threw in that little clip of me doing my eyes here. And I think it came out nicely. And I did already go over this palette with you guys. I'm still wearing it. You guys know how I feel about Morphe shadows. They all blend the same. They do all kick up a little bit of powder, but nothing that you can't work with. It's just I was trying to decide if I felt like these shades were like just anything to die for, anything that you need to have in your collection, because I didn't understand the hype of the 350 palette. Yes, the colors are wonderful. They're very warm tone, great for a natural look, great for fall. But like I said previously, I feel like I have a lot of these shadows already in my collection, and I just feel like this palette is super, super hyped up, but there's two Morphe palettes that I own that I feel like don't get enough attention. They don't get enough love. So I'm going to show you guys those palettes, and I'm also going to be doing some tutorials using them. The first one is the Morphe 35E palette, which is the bling palette. This palette is gorgeous. It's probably one of the most amazing palettes for springtime and fall time, because you do have some warm tones and you do have some nice light pops of color for spring. I absolutely love this palette. I've only used it a few times, as you guys can see. Like, I still have some powder on there. I used the blue and I used the pink. And I just feel like this palette doesn't get a lot of love. Like, I don't see people really talking about this much on their YouTube channels. And I'm not sure why. That's a very gorgeous palette. Like I said, I'll do a tutorial with it. I'll try to get that up within the next couple of weeks. The last palette that I have here is the 35W palette. And I feel like this is a very warm tone natural palette, but also has some pops of color. So if you can't get your hands on the 350 palette, I would probably get this palette if you're just looking for a warm tone palette. Now, if you want the 350 because of the orange in it, because I know a lot of people are like, oh, that orange is just to die for. I want that palette for those nice pops of orange in there. They are gorgeous, but this palette also has a few of the orange peachy tone shades. I love this palette. I'm going to be doing a tutorial with this one as well. And some of the same colors are in this palette. Let me just show you guys really, really quickly here. The 350 has some orange, brown, and gold in it. Okay, so get myself comfortable here. As you can see, the oranges, the gold, and the brown. And then you go to the 35W palette. Sorry, I can't get my life. And then you see some orange, brown, and then also some pops of gold. But in this palette, you also get some plum shades. So if you really like those types of shades, this is going to be another really good palette. So that is it. That is my first impression and my review on the 350 palette. Do I feel like it's something to break your neck over? No, I don't. Is it a really pretty palette and it's great for my Morphe collection? Yes, of course, I'm going to get use out of it. I'm going to use it for fall. But don't be too bummed out if you didn't get your hands on it, because there are other Morphe palettes that are just as good, if not better. Last but not least, what I'm wearing on my lips is Color Rain Roofy. Let me see if you guys can see that. Oh my goodness, I got shaky hand going on today. There we go. And it is a very gorgeous, like, I don't know, like brown, but like plum shade in it. It's gorgeous. Anyways, guys, that is it for this video. Don't forget to follow me on Snapchat, Instagram, and Twitter. And also, if you're not subscribed, please make sure you subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on any more reviews, awesome videos, or tutorials. Oh, and giveaways. And if you like this video and want to see more like it, give it a big thumbs up for me, please. If you could share this video, it would help me out a lot. And don't forget to put a smile on your face. It is the best makeup you can wear. I love you guys, and I'll see you next video. Bye!